Hello and welcome to Reporters Blog. My name is Patricia. Guess it's a lovely day indeed, and today I'll be speaking with my colleague Emefa Ewenam Atiamwa Eli. She actually had an interaction with spiritualist, mentally challenged man, as you will call it, and I want you to watch the story and see what Emefa actually did. After that, we'll be speaking with her.
He comes across as a mad person, per his physical appearance. But is he really insane?
Somebody passing by would think that you are mentally challenged. You don't look. Are you mad, if I should ask?
I'm not mad. You know who people that normally concluded that way? People that knew that I came to this country to arrest, expose them.
He eats and sleeps on heaps of tattered clothes on the pavement. He marks his territory with torn umbrellas. Living Covenant tells me he is a royal, a statement he confirmed by showing off the numerous rings on his fingers. It seemed the rings are doing more harm to the poor fingers than good.
Aren't they hurting your fingers?
Yeah, I was putting on some black engine oil to soften it for me. But these days, I don't want to disturb myself. All I want is what you're asking me, just to leave the street side, to come in a very cleaner place.
I asked him where he came from and how he ended up here. Living Covenant said he was born and schooled in the UK. He read psychology at the Chelsea University in the UK. A claim I was hard-pressed to verify via Google. He said he also came to Ghana purposely to assist President Mahama to win the 2012 election.
I came in here because of John Dramani Mahama and the rest of them.
You came here because of John Dramani Mahama. Why? What exactly?
Because my Living Covenant Royal household.
Is your living?
Covenant Royal household.
What does that relationship mean?
My mother gave birth to him.
Oh, okay. As in a spiritual relationship or physically?
Physically, spiritually.
It sounded strange to me, so I asked why he was operating in this poor and unhygienic environment if he indeed was that highly connected.
Why are you plying your trade on the pavements amidst this, excuse me to say, kind of garbage? Yeah.
I'll be waiting for a kind of person like you are to come to my assistance.
You are waiting for?
A kind of a person that you are to come to my assistance. Because as you can understand, the way you're talking right now, this is my motherland. You can organize a very clean place for me and put me in there. Joy FM will never die, inshallah.
Living Covenant has gained popularity for what he does, even in this unclean state. I spoke to one of his clients.
One day I approached him and I said, Chairman, a friend of mine has misplaced his money. The money is worth about 50,000 Ghana cedis. Actually, the person doesn't know where he has kept the money in his room. No one has taken the money. The money is in his room. But he doesn't know where he has put the money. And he said, okay, no problem. He is going to charge me for 150 Ghana cedis. 2 weeks later, I brought him the 150 Ghana cedis. And he told me, okay, I should go. In 3 days' time, the person will call me and tell me, yes, he has found the money in his room. And lo and behold, it happened.
Day in, day out, more and more people come to consult Living Covenant, even those afraid of paying exorbitant prices. This student says he had come back later for consultation.
What exactly you want to consult him on? Small.
Express now.
Anyway, thank you. What's your name?
Malik Ahmed, yeah.
What do you do?
I'm a student.
You're a student,
Yeah.
and you want to consult academics, job, security, tell me, money.
Oh,
General, you just mentioned the area. You don't have to say exactly what you need.
well, money, relationship, yeah.
However, it is not every passerby who is enthused by the activities of Living Covenant on the pavement. Some want city authorities to get rid of him and ensure sanity on the pavement.
When you reach night around 12 to 1 day, when you pass here, you will see that 4x4 cars, sometimes they queue over here. They go one by one and they consult him. And I don't know the actual rituals that they perform over here. But this is not the first time this thing have broke like this. This thing, when you come later, you see that the boys will come and organize themselves and rebuild this tent for him again. So, but I'm surprised that this man is here and the AMA or the authorities are not doing anything about it. And before we see it turn to a different thing. So if they can do anything about it, let him leave this area and move it to another place, it will be better. Because we don't know the actual rituals that they have been going on over here.
But what manner of people and what other issues does Living Covenant deal with daily?
Welcome back. I believe you saw that. Would you have that courage to approach such a man and speak with him? The bravest of all brave. How would I call it?
You think I'm brave? I don't think I'm brave. I don't think I am brave at all. At all. Just by getting close to that old man.
No, listen, apart from the story, on a normal day, would you sit with him?
Well, because of my curiosity, I'll do it. I'll do it. I mean, you get, not necessarily because I want to do a story, but sometimes you see these people even on the pavement every day and they ask you for help. So you would want to extend a helping hand to them.
By going to sit with them and chat with them?
Maybe take this coin.
Let's face reality.
No,
let's face reality. Will you, on a normal day, you see someone like that, will you go to him?
No, I won't go and sit and chat with the person. But this one, I had a plan.
Okay.
I had an intention to
apart
engage
from,
in
apart
a
from
conversation.
the story you were doing, I know you wouldn't go to that extent.
Okay, so it's because of the story.
It's
That's why I
because of
had
the
to go to that extent.
And you were so comfortable.
You think so?
You were so seated and...
Well, that's how it looks like, but I don't think I was that comfortable. Initially, I must confess, I was also a bit, if I would say, afraid. I was a little bit afraid getting close to him. And how did I come across him? That should be the first question, right?
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let me chip that one in.
I was going to cover an event, and the driver at the time.
the Great.
Oh, look at you. So Alex, the driver, he was like, "Hey, this place we are passing, there's this guy here. I hear people come to consult every day. If you see him, he looks like a mad person. Excuse my language, mentally challenged. But he doesn't look it because people's very respectable people in the community come to him every day. So there is no way you will say that he is mad." And I was like, "Really? So what does he do?" I said, "They go to consult him. He gives people direction. Whatever your problem, go and consult him. He will show you what to do. And then if you are satisfied with the result, you come back to say thank you." It's like, wow, that's interesting. Then when we got there, I saw the guy and I was amazed. I mean, me, just as you said, I wouldn't.
I like the
yes,
go there.
And my rights, regardless the situation, wouldn't want to go and have anything to do with somebody like that. No matter how big the problem is. Well, maybe the first person that will come to my mind, probably my pastor or even a medical doctor.
I said it. MFA on a normal day would never do that. Because me, go and sit there, speak to that man.
No, to consult him on what? So I wondered, what kind of people get close to him for what kind of consultation?
It's a big man. It's always a man.
I was curious, yes, and I wanted to know what kind of big men. And even how to get close to him to ask that question was another hurdle. So, well, that was just about the discussion I had with the driver. So to be interesting, how do I get close to him to ask these questions? And what kind of help does he give to the people who come to him? So when in the newsroom, I pitched the idea and everybody was interested. And then I had to go out and do it. On our way, I had this intern who was accompanying me to see, because he told me he knows about the man. He sees him regularly, but he's also thought about getting that close to him to do a story. But he was afraid. He doesn't know how to go about it. And he has had this bad experience with a madman, excuse my language again, mentally challenged individual that happened to hit him with something.
That particular man?
Yes, not out of any provocation, just it was accidental. He got a bit close to the person. So getting close to this guy to do that story was a bit of a challenge to him. I was like, okay, you shouldn't worry. We'll get there. We'll catch something and see how it comes out. So on our way, we're thinking, how do I get close to this man? He's mad. What about if he just grabs something and hits me with it? Okay.
You also go mad.
Okay. But then another thing that came to mind was that he sees people. People come to him on regular basis to ask for one help or the other. So why don't I also go in the same vein and say that probably I'm coming to consult him on something?
Abu Boba, talk. I'm listening.
So
you went to consult him?
Yes. So that was the original plan, that I would go as if I was going to consult him, and then we'll start the conversation, and then later zoom in my agenda as saying, oh, this is what I intend to do. Do you mind giving me that opportunity?
Okay, wait. You go down from the car. You walk to him, and what did you tell him?
Okay, so that one, I was quite at a little distance between him and I. So I stood there, I was like, hello, Daddy. Then he raised his head like that and looked at me.
Hello,
and then wait, let me continue. Hello, Daddy. I needed to make him feel good.
Hello, Daddy.
Yeah, I needed to make him feel good so that he will relax and know that I don't mean evil. You know, I'm coming in peace. So
hello, Daddy.
I needed to make him feel good. So I was like, hello, Daddy. Then gently he raised his head and I saw a little smile on the cheek. I was like, wow, okay, so this one, it will work. Then I went on again. I said, hello. Then he responded, hello. I said, do you know you are very popular? I was like, really? So then I got him excited just by that introduction.
Hello,
Daddy. Do you know you are very popular? I said, really? I said, yeah. But you didn't know. I said, then he went like, yeah. Otherwise, how would I have known? I asked him, if you're not that popular. Then I asked him, do you know me? He says, no, I don't know you too, but your fans told me about you and I came to look for you. And here you are. And then he was all out, started laughing, and he was excited by that introduction. Then we went on and on about the pleasantries, and eventually eventually I had to open up and I told him that, see, I'm a journalist. I hope you don't mind. I think you are doing a fantastic job here, given what I have heard from some of your clients. So do you mind? I want to tell you your story. I'm from Joy. And he was like, Joy FM? I said, yes. I said, oh, inshallah, Joy FM will not die. You know, that was, like he was excited the moment I mentioned. I said, okay, I should come over. He will grant me the interview. I said, you will do it? He said, yes, he will do it. Then I started having a second thought. I was like, no, this guy is not mentally challenged.
Okay.
Because the kind of response I got from him, a normal, the everyday mentally challenged person you meet on the street wouldn't give you that coherent.
But you know, when they're in the right frame of mind, they act normal, like every other person. But when they,
so it means that there are certain points that they will go off.
Yeah.
But given the short interaction I had with him, he didn't show any sign of being lost, even in the conversation that we're having.
Okay.
So that gave me the impression that this guy is not mentally challenged. He was really into business. He knew who he is and what he was doing there.
Okay.
And to say that he knows that I'm a journalist and he was ready to open up to me.
Good to know that at the end of the day, you got everything.
Yeah.
That was nice. It was nice.
Yeah.
Seeing you were so relaxed, sitting there, like, hey, MFA.
I needed a story, so I needed to make him believe that I was his friend, you know. So just relax around him, get him to have the, oh, I'm fine, what do you do, that kind of conversation. And he was all out.
And people go there at night to consult him.
At the moment I was even having the conversation with him, people were around wanting to speak to him.
So you should hurry up so that...
Yeah.
So did they join a queue or something?
No, at the time there was no queue. I learned the queue often comes in the night. Yeah, you see the queue in the night after 1 p.m. That is where you see people lined up their vehicles, waiting patiently to see him.
One of these days, I think you have to go back.
No, now he knows who I am, so I should be introducing you as a friend who needs help, then he'll give
introducing
you,
who?
You.
For what?
For consultation.
Consulting him on what?
Oh, my dear, you're human. Don't tell me you don't have any problem. You do.
No, but when you go to that extent. Okay,
I'll take you to
that's
him.
just, I'm not going anywhere. That's just by the way.
Yeah.
Now let's get to Jemima.
Yeah, Jemima Korte.
Jemima Korte needs 94,000 Ghana cedis.
94,000 Ghana cedi.
Before we discuss Jemima and how Emefa got that particular story, let's watch this.
She comes across as a very lively child, but Jemima is living with a life-threatening condition. The 5-year-old girl still struggles to speak, one of the first indications that all is not well.
Girl, everybody clap for Jemima. Yeah. Yes. Good. Now Jemima is going to help us to recite a lion. Everybody go. A lion. A lion has a tail. It has a big head and a very small waist. And a very small waist. And a very small waist. And a very small waist.
Her body is curved to the left-hand side because her spine keeps shifting to the left. Doctors call this condition idiopathic scoliosis. She can only walk for very short distances. Her father has to carry her most of the time. Jemima first started showing symptoms when she was only 1 year old. Despite the difficulty, she goes to school, and her class teacher, Mercy Winnie Odamte, says Jemima is very intelligent.
The word neck. Point to the word for me, neck. Where did you march to? Point to the word neck. Now, go to the board and point to the word neck for me. Neck. Let's clap for her. Okay, that's neck. At times, if she's not feeling well, she'll lie down on the table and you will see that things are not going well with her. She'll be quiet the whole day. But if she's active in class, nothing can stop her. She just behaves like the cat. Yeah.
Emmanuel Korte is Jemima's father. He says his daughter's condition makes him break down in tears anytime he sees her.
As a parent, sometimes when I look at her, I feel down. But I really go through emotional challenges. There are times I even cry. I cry. Sometimes I have to encourage my, though a man, as the proverb goes, bear soon. The saying go bear soon, but sometimes because of her condition, I shed tears.
And welcome back. You see that little girl, she actually needs help. And Emefa, as usual, the great.
No, I'm not that great.
Okay, I want to call you Emefa, the great on Reporters Blog.
No, everyday reporter. The everyday reporter. Yeah, my meeting, Jemima, I would say, I think, for me, if you ask me, it was a divine intervention. Because before I went out to do that story, I actually met with his father twice on a bus. And we're just exchanging pleasantries. I never knew he had a daughter with that condition. So it was on a different day altogether. We came the normal news day, we're discussing ideas, and a colleague raised an issue that, oh, there's this small girl they know at Atadika who had this condition, and she needed help, 94,000 Ghana cedis to do surgery, otherwise she was going to lose her life soon. The mention of Atadika, then everybody started, okay, it's me because that's where I live, and so I was the best person to do the story. Then I took the contact to find out who they are and where exactly I could locate them in Atadika. And then I heard this voice, this male voice on the phone that sounded familiar. Now, well, he didn't even continue. I was like, oh, this is Emefa. I'm calling from Joy News and I need to see you to do this story. So when he was responding on the other side of the phone, I was like, this voice, I told him on the phone, the voice sounds familiar. Is this Emmanuel? Then he was like, yes. Don't you remember Emefa? Emefa, the lady you have been meeting on the bus in the afternoons when we are going home, you remember you met one lady and we talked about other. He said, yeah. I said, I'm the one calling. He was like, wow, really? So then I was like, I think you have to come to your house before we do that. And that was like early in the morning. And at the time he was in school, he's a teacher. So he needed to close from school before we could meet him to do the story. And I felt waiting for him means that we wouldn't have been able to produce the story that very day. The story would have been done the following day. And looking at my schedule too, I thought I could quickly plan something within the day and do it before, instead of waiting to do the story the following day. So he was like, okay, I'm currently in school and this is where the school can be located. I said, okay, so we don't have to wait for you to get to Atadika because that's quite a distance.
Yes, you just come straight to the school.
Yes, come. Let me rather come to the school. And I asked, where is Jemima? I said, Jemima is in school with me. Okay, that's perfect. Let me rather run to the school and see if we can speak to the school authorities to give us the opportunity. And I'm sure they already know about the situation. And he confirmed, yes. The school director and everybody knows about it. So just have a talk with them whilst I come with my crew over to do the story. Before we had gotten, he had done all the arrangements.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
I met with him and I met him. I said, even Jemima, I think I have seen her before. I said, but if you see her, you wouldn't know that she has
like that.
A condition like that. I say yes, because she's so lovely. Since I did the story, I've met them twice again, same on the bus. And interestingly, she was able to make me out, you know, and on all these 2 occasions, she would prefer sitting by me, and she can talk. She can talk. She wants to ask you all the questions. She wants to tell you everything that happened in school. She's so interesting to be with. So adorable. So that is it. Then I had to put the story out finally after spending that time with her in school. And as we are saying, she needs 94,000 Ghana cedis to undergo surgery. It can be done here. It's been done. And Jemima will be like any normal child.
Yeah.
So that she can have the future she wants to. And you heard the father, he's very worried. I understand a parent, you know, to see your child in that state. And he moves with her almost every day. They go to the same school. The father teaches in the same school and the child schools there. So he carries her every day, morning, afternoon, back to Atadika.
And it's actually good because multimedia is also helping. So if you're watching Reporters Blog today, you can make that donation on Monday at the Barclays Bank, and our account name is Multimedia Group Limited. The account number is 041-201-8095. It's going to come on your screen shortly.
At the Barclays Bank.
041-201-8095. That's Multimedia Group Limited, Barclays Bank Cycle branch. Please let's help little Jemima Quartey undergo this surgery. I'm told it can be done in Ghana here and it can be corrected. So let's help this little girl. Just take her as one of your kids who actually needs that help and help her out.
There were others who wanted to know if they could do mobile money transfer.
Yeah, mobile money transfer. What the number?
The number 0242161570. 0242161570.
Mobile money is also available, accepted. Anyway,
yes,
my dear, Emma Father Great, thank you so much for your time.
I am not. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time on Reporters Blog. Hope to have you some other day.
Thank you.
And I hope Jemima gets the help she needs.
Sure, that's up. She will surely get. I'm so positive. I'm so hopeful she will get it before Christmas. That's our prayer.
We all pray so. Thank you so much for your time. And that was my colleague Emefa Awenam Atiamwa Eli. Clap for me. I got the name right. I didn't mix it this time. I didn't mix it.
If you did, I would have fought with you on TV. I'm so grateful
I got it this time. At first, I would have mixed the whole name, but this time it is Emefa Awenam Atiamwa Eli.
Can you imagine?
She is my colleague. She is my colleague. We'll be right back with more. Please stay. Welcome back, and the show is still Reporters Blog with me, Patricia Gasu. My colleague Felix Akoyam joins me in studio. Welcome to Reporters Blog. It's been a while.
Thank you, Patricia. Yeah.
Tell me about the warnings at the MPP headquarters.
What's interesting, I mean, you recall that on Friday, you know, there were some skirmishes at the party headquarters.
Yeah.
And so going back on Tuesday, definitely, I mean, we were cautious when we were going. I mean, they were organizing a steering committee meeting, which was obviously not open to the media. So when we got there, I mean, usually they even will allow you into the premises of the party, but this time around, the security guards told us to wait outside the party office.
Before then, their security guards, do they look for particular men, like well-built, very tall, those kind of men? Because they're the ones always there.
These are very well-built guys, huge guys. I mean, if you...
They're not going to please to come there.
You look at me and you compare me to them, I mean... yeah, I mean...
It's just like David and Goliath, to throw you somewhere.
David and Goliath. So, I mean, we just agreed and obliged, waited patiently outside. And it was quite difficult too, because it was difficult seeing what was going in there, or I mean, but you had, you know, dozens of, you know, these invisible forces guys in there and a few other people. So I know Kobina Japonska, I know he drives in a green, you know, V8. So he was coming out when apparently we saw, I mean, the invisible forces.
All this time, where were you?
I was standing just at the end, in front of the entrance.
Because they don't allow you in there.
Yeah, they don't allow you in there. So we're just monitoring things. I was there with one, a colleague from City and one other journalist. Where we're all monitoring from outside the headquarters. So his car got to the entrance. Then we saw, I mean, dozens of the guys at the party headquarters getting closer to the car, you know, some raining insults on him, and all of a sudden they closed the gates again. Then it opened. At that moment, my cameraman was filming. So apparently, one of the guys positioned at the, you know, at the gate came to warn him to stop filming, and even requested that we delete whatever we had recorded. But, you know, I mean, we just said, okay, fine, we're not going to record anymore, because, you know, they were watching us keenly. So we didn't film again, but I mean, we got something.
We're the only media house filming?
With the camera, yeah, we're the only media house with the camera there at that moment. And yeah, I mean, that was what they told us. But, you know, work, I mean, we went there for the work, to do the work. And I mean, as a journalist, you must try and always live beyond what, you know, people say to you. So far as that's what's happened there, that's why we went there. And so for me, it wasn't difficult for me deciding whether or not we should, you know,
take shots or just
show it or not, because that was why we went there. And if something happens, we report it.
That's the most important thing. Anyway, thank you so much for your time on Reporters Vlog.
Thank you.
And that was my colleague Felix Akoyam. Up next is the soundbite of the week.
Now one can say our do run as I Messi.
And that's it for Reporters Vlog. My name is Patricia Gasson. Until same time next week, stay blessed.